Randy Kam doesn't let anything stop him, and that includes prostate cancer. Running marathons for Randy is like breathing for most of us. It's just part of his amazing spirit. Randy is also a passionate advocate for Zero, raising both money and awareness to help battle this disease. Randy, thank you so much for joining us on this Giving Tuesday.
Oh, Halima, thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Well, why don't you start off by telling us, everyone, where you are and what you've been up to?
Well, where I am right now is up in my dental office in Hatch Street, but I've been out and about, as you know I do. Last September, I did the Santiago de Compostela pilgrimage with my son, his wife, and a friend, and we walked 69.65 miles in 5 days, backpacked, and I put blue ribbons on signs along the Camino because it was September, Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and we were certified as Camino pilgrims. So what that means is you've done at least 112 kilometers. So it was an awesome trip, really good bonding time. In November, I did my 4th New York City Marathon for Team Zero, and 6 days later, I did the Bakersfield 5K, and I managed to take second place. In December, I went home to visit my mom and my family, the Ohana, and I did the Honolulu Marathon in maybe 7.5 hours. It's hot and humid at home. December, that's about it. I did February, started out with Surf City Marathon on Super Bowl Sunday, and that was my 155th marathon and maybe 30-something post-cancer diagnosis. And then February also, I went to the DC Summit for Zero, the end of prostate cancer, and I was so humbled to be one of 3 Bold for Blue Impact Award winners. The next week, I flew to Salt Lake City and I spoke to a prostate cancer, obviously men's survivor group, and I told them my crazy saga from 2015 on, and took a lot of cute questions and answers. It was a really good bonding experience because I saw people's faces as I told them my numbers and what treatments I had undergone, and the looks, especially the women, were astounding. The next week, right after that, I went to Zion and did the Zion half marathon. And it was 28 degrees at the start, mostly uphill and windy. Then I hung out with a bunch of my attachment patients. May this month is where I'm now. Orange County Marathon is canceled or moved to the fall. Unfortunately, Zero Long Beach 5K is moved. I was supposed to go home to visit my mom. She's celebrating her 91st birthday, but I can't get home. And I was supposed to do the Hibiscus Half Marathon, and that's been totally canceled and just moved to 2021. And the Rock and Roll San Diego Marathon at the end of this month has been moved. The Orange County Marathon and the San Diego Rock and Roll Marathon, I'm a legacy there. So I've done all maybe 15 Orange Counties and maybe 23 San Diego Rock and Roll since 1998. And that's what I've been up to.
Wow. Randy, you are truly, truly an inspiring man, and you are wonderful in so many ways. You are also a prostate cancer patient on the front lines of the COVID-19 crisis. On top of everything else you've been doing, has your treatment plan shifted since the outbreak began?
Well, this January, I started albuterol. My backstory is, January 2015, because of the charted trials, I did Lupron and Casodex and chemo. And then I did 15 chemos in 2015. I then got the numbers really down from 840 at diagnosis to 0.1 in 2017. But unfortunately, the numbers started rising at the end of 2018. So January, I started albuterol, which stops the chemical processing of testosterone as opposed to the Lupron shots, which I still get. And LOL, I get one on my 63rd birthday. Surprise! The albuterol was supposed to lower the PSA, and unfortunately kept rising. But finally, it went from 12.9 to 4.9. So I'm also on Lipitor and metformin. As far as impact on my cancer, I've had no alterations in treatments. Kaiser has been really good. They screen me outside to make sure I have no COVID-19 symptoms, and pretty much I can get my blood draw and my Lupron shots without having any issues. But so no real impact on me.
We follow you online and see all the different masks you have, and I'm sure you're spreading lots of smiles when you're visiting people, and so it's obviously contagious. As you can see, it's important for the prostate cancer community to stay connected during this outbreak. Can you talk a little bit about our Zero Connect, the Facebook support group we have?
Oh, I love the Zero Connect. It's a wonderful online forum. So we have a lot of old timers like myself, or even longer than 5 years, and we have unfortunately newly diagnosed. And it's a wonderful forum to share your saga, your story, and then you can query others about what has worked for them. Of course, like the ad says, individual results may vary, and then you can celebrate the successes of others and also post inspirational pictures, memes, info, research articles. Zeros also contributes too by posting information, links to doctors who have informative things. They have web seminars. They have live events where you can join in on an event and get more information. It is such a wonderful thing, and I love this internet age. We're able to communicate. I have friends, across in Canada and South America, and I have a friend in Nigeria because of the internet.
Oh, I love hearing that. I know we all love hearing that. Thank you so much for sharing all of that about it. And is there maybe any particular story that stands out to you where you saw a really meaningful connection or exchange within the group? You spoke so much about the different things that go on.
Well, the main thing are the success stories. When one of my prostate cancer brothers, we're all brothers in this fight, has a good result, like a 0 or undetectable PSA because of chemo and or hormone therapy deprivation or prostatectomy and things. Also, unfortunately, what stands out is a family member posting about I'm gonna cry, their loved one passing. And so we all, send condolences and rest in peace. Myself, I post positive things. I've become way more engaging and optimistic post-cancer diagnosis. Less of a Dr. Grinch, I guess. So I post pictures of my food or meals I've cooked. I post my results. I post screenshots of my map, my run, those kind of things. But it is a wonderful forum where you can high five somebody, celebrate their success, and unfortunately, mourn a loss of a brother.
Oh, Randy, you got me now. It is wonderful to have you in that group, Randy. You really do bring aloha to the spirit. I can tell you that for sure. It's wonderful to have you in that group. And so, well, today is Giving Tuesday, and this support group is just one of the many reasons why we are here together as a Zero family, right? And why raising money is so important. And so we are today raising money for our Zero COVID-19 support fund. It's going to help programs such as our Zero Connect and making sure that it stays up and running during these tough times. We are working very hard to make sure that our information is up to date, especially with our wonderful connections with our own doctors and our own practices that participate and everyone that helps us give information out. What would you say to someone who is thinking about donating right now?
Well, on this Giving Tuesday, to people out there, please consider a tax-deductible donation to Zero, the end of prostate cancer. They are my second family, my ohana. I've met so many loving people, especially people I've never met will come up and hug me, like at the DC Summit. It was so wonderful. They heard about this crazy cam guy out in California. But, you know, Zero provides not just the Zero Connect, but they also provide, you know, online info. There's a zerocancer.org that has so much information for the newly diagnosed and people going through. There's the, you know, the caregivers can go on. There's information about that. So it's a vital, you know, vital area to support. They also put on the 5Ks, and the 5Ks honor and celebrate prostate cancer survivors like myself. So it is a wonderful organization. We are keeping men in the game, as they say, and without it, we men are silly and, you know, not serious enough to take their health into consideration. So also, if you want to help me as a survivor, I am also running my 5th New York City Marathon with Team Zero, and it'll be the 50th running of the New York City Marathon and my 5-year anniversary of beating prostate cancer. I'm gonna cry. When I was diagnosed, I only had a 28% chance of making 5 years. So I'm still here today. And a lot of it has to do with information, people, and everything on Zero. All right. Mahalo so much.
Oh, Randy, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your story, your love, your passion, your energy. Everything you have keeps us going. I know we hear you are not known as a California man. You are just all over the place. And so your spirit is wonderful. We cannot thank you enough. And we will be there supporting you in everything you do, running beside you, whether it's virtually or being your water girl. We'll all be there. And so we cannot thank you enough for joining us today, Randy. We hope you stay safe, stay well, stay Zero strong. We're so proud of you and congratulations. And so mahalo. And I can't wait to see you face to face to get one of those hugs of yours.
Oh, very wonderful. All right, in Hawaiian, aole pilikia, which means no problem. All right, thank you, Zero, so much. Thank you, Andrea. I'll see y'all later. All right.
Thank you.